Hi, meteorologist Chris Tomer. Let's talk a little bit of mountain weather and ski conditions. This is the spring edition now across the west with this giant dome of high pressure. Well, let's see where we stand right now. So these are the snow totals so far. Let me see if I can click that off just for a second so you can see the numbers there. So Jackson Hole, I mean, right on the cusp of 500 inches. Grand Targhee not far behind. Alta at 432 and Whistler's not far behind there at 418. So a couple of things to point out. All of those, I'd say Grand Targhee, Jackson Hole, and Whistler will all be going up, and so will Revelstoke for that matter, over the next 5 to 7 days. I'll show you what I'm expecting by early next week to drop into the Tetons, and most of the action as we kind of head into the weekend is going to be up in British Columbia, so we'll also take a look at that as well. And then further down the list, you've got Wolf Creek and Solitude. You know, we really could have used more snow. I mean, you can always say that, but I mean, looking at the basins and the snow till surveys, we definitely still needed more snow in Colorado. Vail 229. Just for example, Wolf Creek typically ends up at 420, and we're at about 368. Not that we're, we could certainly get some more. It's just this is going to be a long, dry stretch, and we'll lose some to melting. And to that matter, it does look like temperatures, even at 10,000 feet, are going to be at around 50 to 55 degrees all the way through this weekend into next week. So this spring melt is going to start, and then we'll refreeze at night, and you know the pattern. So there's nothing out there. What we'll do here as I do these reports this spring is I want to try to move through these a little bit faster, especially in periods of calmer weather. But I point out British Columbia because that's where most of the action is going to be. Banff and up towards basically north of Baker, up towards Whistler and Blackcomb, and that's just really where most of the action is going to be in the coming days. And this is the current pattern with the jet. You can see the areas of green way up into Canada. As I roll through this, notice it does change early next week. Look at the flow coming into California. That will help to bring some of the moisture down across the west. And it is just high and dry right now across the west. I mean, I'll go through this future radar and satellite kind of quickly, but you'll notice that the flow is just like I showed you with the jet. It's just basically pushing all the moisture up into Whistler, BC, up towards the Banff area, and even north of Banff as well. But eventually, as we kind of roll through Monday and Tuesday, you'll notice that with that jet starting to dig a little further to the south, there's a touch of moisture right there by Monday, but really it's with this front right here dropping into Big Sky, Jackson, Grand Targhee, Sun Valley by Tuesday. You can see it right there, and this is not huge. This is pretty minor, but at least it's something on the horizon because it's going to be, again, a long dry stretch with high pressure until we get to that point. And again, temperatures at 10,000 feet through the entire period are going to be 50 to 55 degrees by day and then refreezing at night. So I'll run through the accumulation numbers here, but I almost recentered this over British Columbia because that's really where all the action is going to be. Again, totally dry. You can see the numbers even up there in the initial period are very light with just some very light snows through Friday morning at 5:30. Between Friday and Saturday, there is some additional accumulation up there. You can see that very tiny amounts. And by Monday, we start to see a little bit more. And then here comes that front down into the Tetons by Tuesday morning through Big Sky, Bridger Bowl, Discovery, and Jackson Hole, Grand Targhee. Now, again, that's sliding pretty quick. It's pretty minor, but at least it's something to show. All right, appreciate you tuning in here, and I hope you have a great day. Talk to you later.